Hello friends, so today we are going to learn three concepts, that is called PHP constants and PHP variable scope, and what is a variable first of all, then data types in PHP with an examples. Okay, so let us start first concept, that is called PHP constants. So before that we have to learn that in PHP it's a loosely typed language. So what is called loosely typed language? So it means PHP automatically converts the variable to its correct data type. Okay, if you take one variable, if you assign a value like $a equal to 10 and another one is a $first name equal to, in double quotes, Wemo, like that, then without specifying a data type, the variable itself, it automatically, based on the value, it automatically allocates and identifies which data type it is. The second one is a string data type and the first one is integer data type. So it automatically analyzes. And so here that is one feature for PHP. So it's called a loosely typed language. So now PHP dollar and double dollar. So here it's a difference is there that dollar single dollar and double dollar is there. Single dollar is a normal variable with the name var that stores any value like string, integer, float, etc. Okay? And double dollar, it's a reference variable that stores the value of dollar variable inside it. So we will take one example. For this I am taking one notepad. So I have my notepad plus one editor. Now I am taking an example for dollar and double dollar variable. So I am writing a statement which it has dollar x equal to, in double quotes I am placing ABC, and then I am using dollar x equal to 200, and now in a fourth line I am writing echo statements. I am printing dollar x dot, in double quotes I am placing break, using line break statement, and in the same way I am printing double dollar also echo. So double dollar x dot, in double quotes I am using break statement. Now echo print reference statement ABC semicolon, then close PHP tag. Now save this file with file name called like var. Just I taken one name called var.php. You can take your name also, no problem, it doesn't mean that. So I created now in C drive we have to save the file in vamp www and create one folder for day 7 example I taken now day 7 and var.php save. So my file is saved in day 7 now. So to run this program we have to start the server, right? Click start button, type vamp server, then click on it, it displays green color icon here, and now click Google Chrome and run this by typing localhost. Okay, now here we have to specify the folder called day 7 slash, what is the file name, var.php. So it displays. So for this $x whatever the value that is there ABC, that will displace, and $x that it displays 200, and $ABC here which it indicates $ABC which it indicates. So whatever the reference variable that stores the value of a dollar variable inside it, that will displace the value. Okay, so first the single dollar, double dollar. Single dollar is a normal variable with the name where that stores a value, any value like string, integer, float, etc. And double dollar is a reference variable that stores the value of a dollar variable inside it. Okay, here which it indicates single dollar and double dollar. We'll take another example, that another concept like PHP constants. Okay, so PHP constants here, PHP constants are name or identifier that can't be changed during the execution of the script. Okay, and PHP constants can be defined in two ways. First one is using a defined function, and second one is using const keyword. So by specifying these two different types, the PHP constants can be defined. Okay, PHP constants follow the same PHP variable rules. For example, it can be started with a letter or underscore only. Conventionally, PHP constants should be defined in uppercase only, uppercase letters. Okay, so I'll take one example. First one, PHP defined constant. Okay, PHP defined constant. Here let's see the syntax of a defined function in a PHP, like which it has 3 parameters for a defined function. One is name, second one is value, and third one is case insensitive. Case insensitive nothing but we have to pass say the true value or false value. Okay, and now here we'll take one example. So name, where name nothing but specifies constant name, and the value, whereas value which it specifies constant value, and here case insensitive, its default value is false. It means it is a case sensitive by default. Okay, let's see an example to define PHP constant by using a define function. Okay, here I taken one example, define message, that is a constant name, and the value I given hello PHP. For case insensitive I taken as false. So here it's a case sensitive, right? So you can use false or you can use true based on your need. So now I given like echo message and echo message. Case sensitive nothing but which it indicates only true original value. Okay, it'll execute this program, then we can able to understand easily. Okay, now file new, and now type this one question mark PHP. Now define which it has double quotation message, and then whatever the value you are giving, hello PHP. And now you are applying like a case insensitive, right? We have to pass third parameter as false. Now another statement, echo message, echo message. Now save this program with define function, right? So I use the file name as def and save. Now we execute the program. Here localhost /day7/def.php. Now it displays an error like, so here use of undefined constant message, that is assumed message, That's not defined, right? So which it displays? For first one only. Okay, if you take it as true, then what happens? if you take like true, save, execute this program, displays both. Okay, case sensitive. So if you set it as false, then it's case sensitive. So whatever here you defined a constant name, that same name you have to print there, then only it will get a value. If you set it as true, then if you use like a small letter or capital, the two values will be displayed there. Okay, this is called PHP constant define methodology. And we'll take second one. So that is second one, we'll go for const keyword. So by using PHP const keyword, constant, okay, constant keyword, we'll take that const keyword defined constants at a compile time. It is a language construct, not a function. Okay, it is a bit faster than define function, so it always be a case sensitive. So here take one example which doesn't have any sort of parameters at all. So directly you can specify as const message equal to hello constant, like that. Okay, so now I will execute this program. For this I will take another notepad, new. I am typing PHP opening tag, then const message equal to hello PHP, echo message, and then close this, save. Const, right? Const dot PHP. Now execute the program. Execute the program with the name called const, const dot PHP. Now it displays hello PHP, like that. Okay, const keyword, that is a PHP constant we are discussing now. The const keyword defines constants at compile time. It is a language construct, not a function, and it is a bit faster than a define. Okay, define function. So always be a case sensitive. Now we'll go for another slide. So PHP case sensitivity. So here in PHP, all the keywords like if, else, while, echo, and classes, functions, and user defined functions are not a case sensitive. Okay, so here we'll take one example. I'll show you how it will applicable. Okay, so take another new notepad, Now here I'm writing one statement like question mark PHP, then echo. You can use echo, you can use capital also, no problem, it's not a case sensitive, right? You can use capital or small also, it doesn't take any matter. Okay, hello, now I taken hello, and now small letters hello, same word I place in now, and other I can use like E, C, H, O. So E is capital, C, H small, and O is capital. I will check whether it will work or not. Okay, for the definition I given, whether it will suits for that or not, I will check now. Okay, save. Now here case sense, okay, dot PHP. Now check the program by opening Chrome. It's a file name I given, case sensitivity. It's working, right? So it means, so PHP, in PHP all the keywords like example if, else, while, echo, or classes, functions, or user defined functions, so are not case sensitive. Okay, you can use like echo. For echo you can use capital or small, if the value will be printed. For if you come to the variable part, So definitely it should be say it is a case sensitive. Okay, wherever the keywords whatever I specified now, you can use you can specify like it's not a case sensitive. Okay, where it comes under variable part, its variable names are case sensitive. So I'll show you that also. I'll take the same program. I'll take same program. Now I want to combine two PHP here. So here I take another PHP, and then I'll take like a dollar color equal to red, dollar color equal to red, and then I use like echo. My car is dot. Now I'm calling like a variable color. Okay, now double quotation, break. I inserted break now. Okay, if I use my statement like echo double quotation, my bike is dot dollar color dot double quotation break. If you use like this also. So now check the program, save, execute this. Now it displays hello, my car is red. So for the first line, first statement like echo, my car is color. So color whatever the variable is given in a small letters, right? So here it is a small letter, right? So the variable names are case sensitive. So whatever the variable you given, the same variable I am calling there. So it is displayed. The output is displayed now here. Okay. So now here I taken like color as a capital. So it's undefined variable color. So it won't display an output. It generates an error. It generates an error. So PHP variables names are case sensitive. Let's see another slide. That is PHP variable scopes. So in PHP, variables can be declared anywhere in the script. Okay, so you can declare your variables for the program anywhere in the script, and at the same time you can write more than two scripts also in a single program. So like in the same way, variables can be declared in anywhere in the script. The scope of the variable is a part of the script where the variable can be used. Okay, here the PHP has three different variable scopes. One is local variable scope, second one is global variable scope, and third one is static variable scope. Okay, let's see what is local variable scope. So local variable scope can be declared within that function, has a local scope, and can only be accessed within that function. Okay, so here we have to declare within the function, so then only we can able to access within that function. So declaring a variable within a function is called local scope, right? So whether if you want to check like a global variable scope, variable declaration that is outside the function that is declared, so it's an global scope. Okay, for local scope, let's see one example. So now I'm opening my notepad. Now let us check the function my test I taken. Now x equal to 5, that is one local scope I declared now, and I called one my test function, and using x is outsiding of the function. Now next one is just I'm ending my PHP closing tag and save this program, local scope dot PHP. Now check the program. What is the file name you given, right? Which one? That is local scp.php. Now see here. So whatever you declared, that is variables x inside. So local scope nothing but declared, it will work, the whatever the variable that is declared inside the function, that can be accessed and it will work. Okay, now as you see, as if you observe means, so here from here to there the function is started and ended, and I declared x equal to 5 as within the function, that's the local scope, and I printed I called a variables x inside a function $x. So it is displaying like variables x inside the function is 5. So if you call outside of a function, if you call $x as a variable that is outside a function, so it generates one error, that undefined variable x. Why? Because why it is displaying undefined variable x means, so you declared the function in a local scope that is within the function, so it displays an error like that. Okay, the global scope, a variable is declared outside a function, has a global scope and can only be accessed outside a function. Okay, now we will take an example, that the same example, but we have to write outside, right? I'll take new notepad. Now for the same example I created on a program, just a dollar, using $x equal to 5. So here it is a global scope, here it is a global scope. Now I'm creating one function myTest, function name is myTest here. In this function just I am commenting that using x inside this function will generates an error. Okay, echo here paragraph variable x inside function is $x. Again paragraph is ended. Now put the semicolon, now which it ends that. Now call the function by calling myTest. Now write a statement echo with the same paragraph variable x outside function is $x. Okay, now end the open and closing tag. Now save this program with global, right? global.php. So simple thing, just I declared x equal to 5 as a global scope outside of a function. Now I can able to access that function easily. Okay, now execute the program by opening Google Chrome, type localhost, press enter, and then you can have like a folder name I specified day7/global.php, that is our program. Press enter. Now see here, whatever I declared variable x inside the function is not displaying the variable value, and here variable x outside the function is 5, that is displaying a value. That means, so if the variable declared outside a function has a global scope and can only be accessed outside the function, so outside the function we are accessing now, so it's a global scope. Okay, and now let's see another one, that is static. So when the function, so normally when a function is completed or executed, all of its variables are deleted. Okay, and however sometimes we want to local variable not to be deleted. In some cases we want a local variable be stayed there, not to be deleted. So for future purpose, To do this, use static keyword when you first declare the variable. Okay, first we have to declare that, and based on that they'll get the values. So we'll see one example for this static. Okay, so take another example. So I created one program which it is simple one. You can able to understand easily that, which it has a function. I taken one function, my test. Okay, now I am declaring as a static $x equal to 0 and echo $x, and then $x plus plus, incrementing the value. And now I am calling my function my test 3 times. Okay, I am calling my function 3 times. I am closing this. Now here, so I already specified that by using static keyword I already declared in a first. Okay, here I already declared in a static x equal to 0. Okay, now I am printing a value x, and I am incrementing the x value. So by 3 times the value will be generated like 0, 1, 2. That is an output. Okay, and save this program and execute that. Save. Now that is static, right? Static.php. Save. Now we execute the program. So by specifying a name called static.php, now you'll get right 0, that is 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2 here, that is an output which you will get like for my test, and then another one is my test, another for my test. For 3 my test functions, I got one value, 3 values. Okay, here you can place break statements also. You can use break to easy understanding purpose. You can use break also here. Echo double quotes place br also. It divides a line, right? It divides line like that. You can place here also. Now it displays easy. Okay, it's an easy way, right? So that is called static scope. Okay, now let's see what are the different types of data types are there. First, the data types are used to hold different types of data or values, and normally PHP supports 8 primitive data types that can be categorized for the three types. That is one scalar type, compound types, and third one is special type. Okay, now scalar type, compound type, special type. Here again scalar type is divided into 4 categories, and compound data types also divided into 2 categories, and special data type also categorized into 2 categories. Let's see first one, that is 4 scalar type: integer, boolean, integer, float, string. So boolean, which it has either 2 values, one is true or false, and integer will have that the thing which it has at least 1 digit, and which it does not have any decimal point, and integer can have either positive or negative. Okay, and which it has some range that we have to specify, like normal non-decimal number between -2 and 2, like that. Okay, and that is an integer. Coming to float, there is a floating point number, is a number with a decimal point or a number in exponential form. Okay, so which here float which it has example. I'll take one example like salary. I want to display salary, exact salary, then you can have points value, right? At that time you'll get a float example I taken 4.2, 10.2, 20,000.5, like that. You'll get float values. String, so sequence of characters, we can call it as a string. Sequence of characters, we can call it as a string. Either you can specify a string value in a double quotes or single quotation. That is a string data type. Okay, And let's see what are the different scalar data types are there. First one, it is a Boolean data type. Will have two possible values, that is either true or false. Boolean represent two possible states, right? That is a true or false. So here I taken like $x equal to or $a equal to true, $b equal to false. Okay. So for this a simple example we'll see later, and then integer which it has I already discussed now, right? Integer will have at least one digit, and which it does not have a decimal point, and it's either positive or negative. Okay, like example I given like x equal to minus 2 6 7 2 like that. Okay, we'll see one example for these two, Boolean and integer. So now I taken one program, that is PHP. I declared a equal to true, and I declared b equal to false. Now I am printing echo $a, echo $a, and I closed the tag. Now save this program. With first one is Boolean, right? Boolean.php. Now execute the program. Boolean.php, press enter. You will get value is 1. Why? Because so I printed echo a value, right? A means true, true means 1, false means 0, which it indicates like that. Okay, now this is Boolean type. Next one you will see one example for integer. Okay, I will take another example like a equal to, or we'll take another example. Here I written as minus 2671, that is a negative value. Now I am inserting positive value 7007. I am printing a. Save the program. Integer.php, and execute this program. The file name called integer int.php. Now you will get the positive negative value, right? And here one more function is there, that is var dump. By using var dump also you can able to get the value. Okay, I'll show you that. Var dump is a function which it returns data type with a value. Okay, now let's see var dump and brackets. I am passing a variable $a or $b, consider like that, $b. Okay, semicolon. And now let's check the output, integer.php, now which it displays a data type with a value. Okay, here integer int is nothing but by using var dump function, which it returns the data type and a value. And in the following example I taken as a b is a variable, $b is a variable, it is an integer value I assigned, that is 7007 like that. So by using var dump I displayed both data type and the value. Okay, like that for each and every thing, like for example Boolean. So if you want to specify for Boolean also, you can use like the same var dump. Okay, I'll take one example, $c equal to true, consider like that. Now var dump var underscore dump var dump. So I'm calling c as a variable. Now execute this program, you'll get Boolean true. Okay, so for each and every data type, so if you want to get a data type and with a value, then you can use one function called var dump. Var dump function is used to display data type with a value. If you don't know, then you can use var dump, then it's easy to identify which data is which data type. Okay, which type. Next we'll see another third one, that is floating point number. It's a number with a decimal point or which it has any decimal numeric value. Okay, here also same thing, you can specify like points value. Okay, you can use points value. I'll take another new one for float. Okay, for float I am taking another example. I am removing these all two types. I am placing only one which it has 7007070 so that's a point representation, right? This is a float. Okay, it indicates float. Now I am calling this same function, that is var underscore dump a. Var underscore dump a means, so I am saving this program, that is which it is a float, right? Float dot php. Okay, now I am saving this program. Now I am executing this with the file name called float, right? Float dot php. Now which it displays data type called float, and with the value you will get minus 7007.7. Okay, so which it displays the data type and the value. Okay, this is also an example. I will take third one, that is the fourth one, string. String is a sequence of characters, and whether it can be a number or a special characters too. Okay, which it is enclosed within quotation, single quotation or double quotation. Okay, we'll see one example for string also. So same thing, I'm using like I'm taking another new notepad. Now here less than php, and then I am using another variable $x equal to Waymo. Consider like that, $x equal to Waymo. Now $y equal to institute. So I am using single quotation here instead of double quotation. I can use like Waymo institute of technology. Now I inserted value like that. Now echo $x, and now use dot concatenating two variables. And now let's save this with the string, right? String dot php. Now execute the program with the file name string dot php, which it gets Waymo Institute of Technology. Waymo is X, right? X value is Waymo, and Institute of Technology is a Y variable, second variable. Okay, but here the difference is, for X variable value I given double quotation, for Y variable value I given single quotation. So that means a sequence of characters you can place within a double quotation or single quotation, which it is allowed, so the string will be valid. Okay, now I want to give a space, then how can I use? Directly you can put space here and save, it automatically take it. Okay, I'll go for another slide. Okay, that is compound data types, which it is array. So array stores multiple values in a single one single variable, and that is array. Okay, and I'll take one array for an example. I taken as a car as an array. Okay, in my following example, cars is an array, and by using a var_dump function I'll return the data type and value. So let's take one example. New example, less than $php, and I'm creating one array. There is a name called cars equal to, I'm passing values here, three values: Volvo car, and another one is I'm passing BMW car, and another one is I'm passing Toyota. Toyota car. Okay, 3 cars I inserted now in an array, in a single variable. I am allocating multiple values. Okay, now I am calling by using var_dum dollar cars. Call the variable, call the array name. Okay, that is called cars. Now save the program with array dot php. Now execute the program. What is the file name you given? Array, right? Array dot php. You'll get index value, that is called index value is 0, and next one is that is what is the value of that array? First one Volvo, which it has length 5, and one nothing but which it indicates second word, that is BMW, which it has length 3. So if you want to find the length of a particular word in PHP, then which it starts from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. So but array index value starts from 0. So here three different words are there. Okay, in a single array, in a single variable, you store just multiple values. Okay, this is called array, compound data type. One is array, and second one will go for second one, object. Okay, object is a data type which stores data and information on how to process that data. So here in PHP, an object must be explicitly declared. So first we must declare the class object. Okay, for this I'll take one example. I'll show you. First we have to declare one class of object. So and then we use the class keyword. If you want to declare a class of object, then a class is a structure that can contain properties and method. Okay, we will see one example. By using class keyword, we have to declare. Okay, and then by using function car, and here we have to use this function, this model equal to, what's the value you are giving? Just VW. I have taken one value, and now I closed my function. Okay, I closed my function. Now I am creating one object. I am creating an object here. I am creating one object, so which it has one name called herby. Okay, equal to, so for object creation we have to use new. Okay, and now show the properties, object properties. Object is here herby. Okay, using class that is called car. Okay, and now show object properties. Okay, echo dollar. What is the variable I taken there? Herby. That is an object, right? So which it has properties, that is model. Okay, now execute the program. Object, right? Object dot php. Now execute the program with object dot php. I will get one error like here we have to check that function word is functime, right? Save and execute the program. You'll get the object properties. Okay, whatever the value you given, right, it displays. So an object is a data type which it stores the data and information on how to process that data. So here in PHP, an object must be explicitly declared. Okay, and now for first we must declare the class of object here, and then for this we have to use class is a keyword, class keyword, and a class which it has structure that contains properties and methods. So first we have to create one object here by creating by using new, and then print this one which it refers object with property. Okay, I'll take another concept, that is second data type, that is a special data types. Okay, first one is null value, second one is resource. Okay, null is a special data type which it can have only one value. Okay, that is null. A variable of data type null is variable that has no value that is to be assigned. Okay, so if a variable is created without a value, it is automatically assigned a value of a null. Okay, variables can also be emptied by setting the value to null. Okay, if the variable has no value, which it automatically assigned as a null. Okay, so for example, consider like I'll take another example. So for this null data type, okay, I created one example that PHP. Now I am creating one variable called x. In x I assigned a value like hello. Now for that x, whatever the value I created, now I am resetting as null, x equal to null. Okay, now var underscore dump $x. Okay, $x. Now at any time you can set a variable value as null. Okay, null.php. Save this program with null.php and execute the program with null.php. now which it sets null. Okay, but if you remove this statement, what happens means which it executes hello value. Okay, so if you remove this statement, that is x equal to null, you'll get original value called string, which is a data type hello, length is 5. So whatever we are learning, like we are discussing about null data type, right? So I am resetting the value of a variable x to null. Now you'll get a value null. Okay, I'll take another concept, that is PHP resource. So a special the special resource type is not an actual data type. So it is storing of a reference to a functions and resources external to PHP. So mainly this resource will be using, the resource data type is to call a database call. Okay, so if you want to use a database functionalities concept, if you want to use for queries, or if you want to insert database related type of things, then you have to use this data type, that is a resource data type. Okay, null is a special data type which can have only one value, that is null, and resource which it is used for database calls. It is not actual data type.